guys, Nary here from Drakewing Gaming. So if you know me on Twitter, the Gaming Dragon. Today I'm coming back at you another Let's Play episode of Repeat. So, let's go ahead and jump right back into it, guys. We had a fun episode last time with a ghost boy and a bunny boy. A tough, streetwise bunny boy who's finally getting a new lease on life. Anyway, guys, please sit back and enjoy the entertaining and let's jump right in. Alarm Shander up and let's go. Okay. Adrian, wake up! Ugh, you always do this! Where's the mini fridge? Holy shit, it's fucking cold! Good morning, Adrian. Did you sleep well? What the hell is wrong with you? You weren't waking up and your fourth alarm clock went off already. I'm just looking out for you, little man. I'm soaked! Again! And you poured it all over my crotch, too! You're gonna shower in a bit anyways, so why does it matter? Plus, you might want to find Philip before he burns down the whole building. What? Now that he mentioned it, the air was thick with the smell of burnt toast. Like, suffocatingly thick. Is every morning going to be like this? I climbed out of my wet bed and hobbled across the dorm to grab my clothes. Guess it's time to go shower and save the dorm from Philip's breakfast. Ah, stupid ghosts. Oh, good morning, Adrian. Sorry, did the smell wake you up? Why are your boxers soaked? Don't remind me, it's not what you think it is. Okay, if you say so. Anyway, why does it smell like a bakery fire in here? It's a long story. Well, first of all, it turns out that Owen sleeps nude. What does that have to do with anything? He shows off, like, a lot. So I woke up early to make breakfast, but I was half asleep, so I wasn't really paying attention. And then the toaster caught fire for whatever reason, so I had to put it out. Wow, you're a mess. Hey, cut me some slack. This is my first time using a toaster. Wait, you've never used a toaster before and you're in college? Alright. Okay, fine, let's go with it. And there's nothing to worry about. The fire alarms didn't go off. I'm not sure how safe I feel about that. Sorry, I've never been a good cook back at home. Let's see. What? No, why are all these puns here? Easy. I like that. There's always a little margarine for error. Wow, and you say my puns are bad. All puns are bad. Period. I do relish the fact that you've mustered the strength to catch up to me. That was physically painful to listen to. Weakling. Philip suddenly jumps up as one of the dorm rooms opens behind him. Oh, that would be Owen. Philip speed walks down the hall with a deadpan look on his face. I'll see you around, Adrian. I think I heard him whisper good luck under his breath. That poor kid. Oh, damn. Oh, my. Morning, Adrian. How's it going? And why are your boxers all wet? It's not pee, if that's what you're thinking. Oh, I see. Had some sweet dreams last night, didn't you? That's not it either! Hey, don't worry about it, man. Your secret's safe with me. I don't even know where to start with you. Are you always this flirty? That's just how I roll. Oh no. Will you people put some fucking clothes on? Oh, morning to you too, Sissel. Owen grinned and winked. I guess that's just his normal morning greeting. Oh, damn it, you're here too! What kind of voice should I do for Sissel? Guys, let me in the comments know what kind of voice I should do for him. I'm still kind of unsure. Let's do a somewhat deep voice. Music is adorable. You always have to lounge around like you own the place? Well, I've lived here for like 7 years. Might as well make myself comfortable. Welcome to Gerania, by the way. Glad to see you off the streets and rejoining civilization. You're a fucking twat, you know that? What? I was just trying to be friendly. And by the way, we gotta go on a shopping trip sometime. You need to wear something other than ripped rags, my dude. I know this really good shop downtown. Sissel growled and stomped his way down the hall. I forgot how irritating it was to hang around you. Wait, I didn't mean anything by it. And he's gone. Wow, that went as well as expected. Maybe I should follow Sissel. Then again, it might be better to have a word with Owen, too. Stay and talk with Owen. What's going on between you two? Sissel looked like about ready to deck you in the mouth. And it's always been like this between us. Believe it or not, Sissel and I used to be pretty buddy-buddy. That's a little hard to believe. No, seriously, we used to hang out all the time as kids. He was one of my only friends. The two of us are pretty inseparable. You two look pretty separated at the moment. Did something happen? Owen scratched his head awkwardly. Life happened, I guess. Sissel kept working a bunch of different jobs, and I kinda did my own thing. We hung out a lot less, and eventually not at all. I guess we just kept rubbing each other the wrong way. Maybe you should stop mentioning stuff that makes him angry. You two could benefit from a little heart-to-heart. Owen laughs with a defeated grin. Ha! You're not the first to tell me that. One of our other friends kept trying to get us back together, too. It's hard to do when Sissel glares daggers into me every time he sees me. He shook his head dismissively before looking up at me with a smirk. Anyway, enough talk about other people, Adrian. Let's talk about us. I blinked at him blankly. Us? Two guys hanging out wearing nothing but their underwear? This could go in quite a few directions. As he says this, Owen stretches his arms over his head and leans back. His boxers slip down to his waist slightly, revealing more of his lower navel. My face flushed with heat. Yo, Adrian, my eyes are up here. What? Sorry, I wasn't... Owen winked at me. Want to shower together? You have to clean up your boxers anyway. Definitely not! Although a shower does sound pretty good right about now. Heh, I know you couldn't resist. We're showering separately! The shower room was pretty clean and crisp for a school dorm. I groan and finally strip off my soaked boxers. That damn camera ghost is more trouble than he's worth. As the steamy, warm water rains down on me, I give a happy sigh and reach for the soap. I really needed this. Suddenly a movement catches my eye and I glance around behind me. It looks like Owen didn't bother to close the shower curtain. He's practically on display here. Isn't he worried someone might see? I probably won't get another chance like this. Should I sneak a peek? I won't be peeking this time. I won't be peeking this time, because this is not Owen's run. Nope. Don't peek. Let's go to a church. Nah, it's best that I don't risk it. If Owen catches me, I'd never hear the end of it. I focus back on my shower and wash off the morning days. I'm gonna need it if today's anything like yesterday's fiascos. Yo, Adrian! Huh? I jump as Owen's voice rings out from across the shower room. Are you sure you don't want to peek, buddy? I saw you sticking your head out. What? I didn't. Ah! Owen's laugh echoed through the shower rooms and stayed in my head throughout the rest of the morning. I groaned and smacked my head against the shower room wall. This is going to be a long day. Oh god, you guys are adorable. Everybody's got such a nice... The group is such a nice little dynamic in this already. Writing workshop was a class required for all students, which is why I'm listening to an incredibly boring lecture while my sanity slowly drained away. Students with various core subjects were stuffed together into one big lecture hall, many of whom are yawning violently into the morning sun. I really don't blame them. The teacher of the class was Mr. Dorcas Dolores, and god does he have a monotone voice. It's taking 110% of my concentration to stay awake, but what I really need is something to kill this boredom. Distractions, pranks, conversations, just give me something! With a sigh, I glanced at the other students in the room. Conveniently, I was seated at the center, just far enough that the teacher won't bother me, but too close to actually take a nap. Sitting next to me was Philip, who, like everyone else, was ignoring everything Mr. Dolores was saying. He just happily doodling in his notebook. The little guy looks like he's having the time of his life. I wish I had that kind of strength. I think Sissel is sitting somewhere in the front. His head is resting on his arm, fast asleep. Meanwhile, Owen's at the back of the class. Why is he staring at his own glowing crotch? Oh wait, that's his phone. He's hiding it under his desk. I think. I hope. Well, sitting here observing isn't gonna cure my boredom. What should I do? I turn around and scrunch up my face, boring into Philip's forehead with my eyes. Wow, I really am going insane. Philip doesn't notice at first, but he squirms and frowns at his notebook. After a while, he glances up at me with great concern. Adrian, are you okay? You look constipated. What? Nah, I was just wondering what you were drawing. I'm kind of bored out of my mind. This class is unbearably boring. Well, you're right about that. This teacher, Dorcas Dolores, was it? He's got the most monotone voice I've ever heard. He's just reading word for word out of the textbook, too. Does this even count as teaching? I glanced up at the classroom. Isn't he that really rude teacher who yelled at us yesterday? He kind of gives off that I don't even want to work here vibe. Makes you wonder why I even became a teacher in the first place. Summer holidays, probably. Or maybe his parents didn't love him as a child. You can tell because his name is Dorcas Dolores. Who names their kid that? No wonder why he grew up to be a cranky old rat. You sound like you really don't like him. Authority figures are awful for no reason, just... Authority figures who are awful for no reason just really annoy me. I mean, it's so easy to not be an asshole. Oh god. There was a sudden ruckus at the front of the classroom. Apparently Mr. Dolores caught Sissel sleeping in class and smacked his desk with a textbook. Slacking off in class, are you? God knows why the Academy accepted a street rat like you when you're clearly incapable of even paying attention. Well, it ain't my fault you're as dull as a brick. This ain't exactly a good class when you can just replace your talking with a YouTube video. Mr. Dolores slammed his fists against the desk and glared at Sissel dangerously. Listen hard, kid. This is my classroom, and you will follow my rules while you're in here. And I say, any student who isn't worth my time will leave. Got it? Sissel looked like he wanted to argue back, but thought against it. The class silently watched as he grabbed his bag and stomped out of the room. Anyway, where were we before we were so rudely interrupted? Wow, what a dickbag. That guy's got some nerve. I've got just the thing. Huh? Philip rummaged in his pockets with a frustrated huff. Hey, Adrian, you wouldn't happen to have a penny I can borrow? A penny? Yeah, I've got one here. What do you need it for? Sweet karma and justice. Philip flipped the coin into the air before catching it in a closed palm and whispering quietly into his hand. I watched with fascination. What was he doing? Magic. Adrian! What? Holy fuck, don't pop out of the blue like that! You scared the hell out of me! Do you feel it? There's something here. Something unnatural. What was he talking about? Was there another ghost thing around? My mind was suddenly echoing with the faint sound of chains clattering together. What the hell's going on? The classroom suddenly shook as the fire alarms began roaring to life. As we all automatically scrambled onto our feet, something weird happened. A single sprinkler at the front of the class went off and showered Mr. Dolores with ice-cold water. As the cranky teacher screamed in dismay, a ceiling tile fell and crashed onto him, showering him with grime and dust. The debris clung onto his wet skin, making Mr. Dolores look like a wet blob of white dough. The class collectively snickered to themselves before quickly filing out of the room. Mr. Dolores began shouting and spluttering about the incompetence of the maintenance staff as we all left him behind. I spared a glance back at Philip just in time to hear him whispering something under his breath. Nicely done, Mimir. What the? How did you do that? Huh? Do what? I have no idea what you're talking about. But... Anyway, the fire alarm's ringing, Adrian. And let's hurry up and get out of here. What? But... I remained speechless as Philip laughed and dragged me out of the lecture hall. Oh, man. Someone's got magic powers! Or at least they have some deity or magic creature. I groaned as I stared at the photography assignment I was damned with for the next 3 days. Do not use that tone with me, Mr. Adrian. This is an important photography exercise that tests your understanding of lighting. During the next 3 days, everyone will take 3 photographs that pertain to the theme of time. You may photograph moments that highlight the different times of day, or be creative and think outside the box. I look forward to seeing everyone's work. I glared at the paper in my hands and sighed. I'm not a photographer or an artist. How am I supposed to deal with this? I shouldn't have picked a class I didn't know shit about. You should put some more faith in yourself, Adrian. I'm sure you'll dish out at least one half-decent photo. Thanks. Hey, wait, you're a camera ghost, aren't you? Can't you teach me any photography tricks for the assignment? First of all, I'm not a ghost. Second, shouldn't you try and learn about things on your own before I tell you? But it's hard. You're a useless camera ghost. Like I said, I'm not a ghost. Why don't you ask Philip or your other friends instead? They're bound to have ideas. Don't you know that's the same as giving up? Well, I guess I'll limp through this assignment on my own. Mr. Adrian, I couldn't help but notice you're moping from across the room. Is this assignment truly difficult for you? Of course it is. I've got no background as an artist, and I sure as hell don't think like one. Language, Mr. Adrian. Perhaps you should think of it another way. Time is a cycle that you live through, day in and day out. Think about the small moments that make them worth living. Photographs, after all, are just little pieces of time. Wow, Mrs. Corliss, I didn't know you were a poet, too. I don't appreciate that sass, Mr. Adrian. Dude, teachers have it hard enough, come on. After mulling over the assignment for the entire class, I decided I'll just wing it. The plan? Take photos wherever I go and pick 3 that looks half decent. What could possibly go wrong? Mrs. Corliss can't say I didn't at least try. Oof! Sorry about that. Huh? Nobody's there. Huh? A cold chill flows down my spine. Really cold. Compared to this, my first meeting with Echo felt like a warm summer breeze. What's going on? It's a ghost! It's a handsome ghost. So, you're back, Adrian. Wonder what kind of mess you'll get into this time around. Who are you? You don't remember? Can't even bother to keep your memories in one piece, can you? Or is it because you're too ashamed to face your failures? What are you even talking about? Don't worry about it. Say, Adrian, that's quite an old camera you have. Don't you think it's time to get rid of that rickety old thing? I'm quite fond of it, actually. You'll regret holding on to it for so long. It would only bring you more pain. There's only so far you can go with a broken camera and a broken wish. Oh, it's a she? Oh, God, female. Okay, didn't know that. Okay. Everything I just did, hear it in a female voice. She's gone. My head's throbbing painfully, like I'd just been spinning around non-stop. Ugh, I think I'm gonna be sick. Oh, God, another ghost. Adrian, are you alright? What happened? I lost contact with you for a moment. I'm fine. Are you sure? You look so pale. Maybe it's best you go to the nurse's office. No, I'm just really tired all of a sudden. Huh, I guess my second day of classes took a lot out of me. I'll just head back to the dorm and get some rest. Alright, but let me know if you need anything at all. I'm here to keep you safe. I will. Thanks for worrying, Echo. Oh, adorable. Adorable. I feel exhausted, like I was slowly recovering from a high fever. What's going on? That girl that appeared earlier. For some reason, I really want to keep her away from Echo. She felt like someone to never cross. I feel kind of bad for keeping Echo in the dark about this, too. He looks so worried about me, even though the two of us only just met. With a deep sigh, I turn over in my bed and cover my head. Enough with all this thinking. What I just really need now is sleep. Sleep, young child. Ugh. I've probably tossed and turned in my bed for hours now, but I still can't get any decent sleep. Alright guys, I'm gonna pause it right here. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, leave a super thanks or tip if you can. It always helps. Until the next video, I love you all. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!